get a fairly good look at them, and also the coat of that one that's standing up there.
Benji, right here.
The adult muskog's coat is comprised of a long, coarse outer layer. They also have a short, fine underhair. Their outer guard hairs are remarkably long, and it's actually longest hair in any animal except for us humans. Their fine, soft underhair is called kiviot. It's casual like quality, some of the warmest, most water-resistant fur known.
If you're
It's
cold, you
actually
can put
8
this
times
on.
warmer than sheep's wool.
Put this on.
A pound of it can be spun into a strand that measures 10 miles long. Just 4 ounces is enough to knit a dress. Muskog steals about 6 pounds of this wool.
Let's put this on and we'll go on the other side.
Right on that side?
Yeah.
I wrote this on this there.
Okay.
And I can comfy.
Oh! I guess they are comfortable compared to those.
With the cushion.
Yeah.
But why did you make
Because I didn't expect it to be this soft, so I kind of plummeted down.
We are now entering into the backwoods, or the undeveloped portion of the zoo site. The zoo is about 500 acres in size, and right now about a third of this is presently developed. What we see in this area is wildlife and vegetation that's native to Minnesota. And like I said, this is the undeveloped part of the zoo, so we're not going to find any exhibit animals back here. Just the native wildlife, and because of that, we never know what we're going to find back here. That makes each of our trips different. Now, of course, some of the most common species that we do see on these trips are the birds and the squirrels. And speaking of birds, coming up on side B here is a platform, and actually on that platform behind it, on the other side of the fence, you can see quite a few turkeys. And
Oh, wow.
wild
Look at the
turkeys.
turkeys.
Why we find them in various locations around the zoo.
I remember a bunch
Now,
of two.
besides the birds and the squirrels, we've also seen animals such as raccoons, coyotes, and fox, just to name a few. Of course, these sightings are much more rare, but it just goes to show that you never know what we're going to find back here. So for this next part of our trip, just keep your eyes open and see what else you can find.
Pretty cool, huh?
Hello.
Squirrel.
Where?
He's sitting on the rail.
Oh. But then
And that's why they have all these animals here, is because they feed them.
Mm-hmm.
But mommy, did he run
Squirrel.
off the rail? And then we run over the hill.
Yep.
Did we run over the hill?
No, we didn't run over.
No, run over the hill.
No,
Why?
because we're on one special trail.
What?
We're on a special trail here. Only that monorail goes. Jessica, don't.
Put up on side A is a frozen over pond, and this pond is called Reflection Pond. About 10,000 years ago, the St. Croix Glacier moved through this area. Base of the glacier ended near the zoo site and created what is called a terminal moraine. The glacier acted as a conveyor belt and constantly moved debris to its face. As the glacier retreated northward, debris was left behind. Sand and gravel between the ice and snow created the sandy soil and the gentle rolling hills. Large blocks of ice formed depressions and often melted into the ice block ponds. And Reflection Pond is one of 12 ice block ponds here on the zoo site.
What are you doing? But how long are we gonna be back?
I don't know. I've never been on this ride before.
Me either.
You're supposed to look for animals out there. That's what the ride is about, is to look for animals. And I remember you saying you wanted a train ride again. Well, you want a train ride. Not a big old train. This is a new kind of train.
I know. But why did you get to do today?
It's called a monorail.
On both sides of the train are some oak trees. They're the ones with the dried leaves, and many oak trees keep those leaves throughout the winter months.
But Mommy,
White and red oaks are found all over the United States except for Florida. These trees are found throughout the zoo site.
Because
They are
it's not
deciduous in our area. They're among the most long-lived of the deciduous trees.
are
They don't produce acorns until they reach 20 years of age and require a full century to mature.
New kind of trees.
200 to 300 years is average, but many oak trees live to be 400 or more. And the reasons for them attaining this great age are their long taproot and also the resistance to disease and insect attacks. And then also coming up on both sides of the tree, you're going to see some trees with a grayish-white bark. These are aspen. Aspen's a very important food source in the forest, and many animals such as bear, porcupine, grouse, moose, and deer will all feed on parts of the tree. Beaver use the aspen trees not only for food, but also to build their homes.
I like aspen trees.
Aspen are the white ones, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of those in Germany too. I like them too.
You can sit like
Aspen,
that
that's
here.
It's a birka.
You guys can sit back here.
No, wait a minute. Do birch trees have white skins too?
Yeah.
Okay, this must be a birka. That's what we have a lot of in Germany.
Mommy, it is
Birch,
like
Berkeley, you know, it just sound closer than aspen.
It was like in
That's a
that
birch tree.
forest.
Yeah.
It was like in that forest. It was like in that forest.
Mm-hmm.
But why didn't it go to forest?
Because it's got a lot of trees. A forest is where there's a lot of trees.
And they got what I need.
Next here we're going to be entering is representing the taiga, which is a moist, cool coniferous forest that's sometimes referred to as the Great North Woods. The climate is cool and wet. Precipitation is greater than the tundra and occurs mostly in summer. And up on side B is our woodland caribou. It looks like the majority of them are off on the right-hand side and all the way towards the back. In Europe, caribou are called reindeer, but in Alaska and Canada, only the domesticated forms are called reindeer.
Santa's reindeers.
All caribou and reindeer throughout the world are considered to be the same species, but there's 7 different subspecies. And what makes these caribou unique is that they're the only species in the deer family where both the males and the females are antlered. In the spring and the summer, their antlers are covered with a soft protective skin called velvet. In the fall, the largest of the bulls shed their antlers, while smaller bulls and females shed their antlers in April.
Why didn't one wide?
Because they want to show us all the animals.
And then also in the deer family, and the largest member is the moose. Continue looking on side B. As you're on the corner here, we're going to see if we can spot the moose. And usually the moose hang out way off on this left-hand side. I'm not seeing him on the right or in the middle, so we'll look there as we get up further. And I do see him. He is off on that far left side and kind of towards the back, laying down. Fully grown Minnesota bull moose can weigh up to 1,200 pounds. Alaskan bulls get even bigger. They can weigh as much as 1,800 pounds. Moose may stand over 7 feet to shoulder. They're 8 to 10 feet long. They're primarily browsers. They eat the buds, bark, and also the twigs of trees, which is why, if you take a look at the trees in this exhibit, they're all covered with the wire fencing.
Can't really see them anymore.
They'll also eat aquatic vegetation, and adult moose can consume up to 60 pounds of browse in a day.
Mommy,
Mm.
that's not exciting in my eye.
You could sit over there if you want to, then there's some more showing.
But Mommy, then I won't get to see the animal.
Continuing on side B, we're coming up to the Amber Tiger exhibit. I do see one of the tigers off on the left-hand side walking right in front of the tiger lair area.
Done.
Amber tigers once roamed throughout Russia and northeastern China. They are the largest members of the cat family. Females as adults typically weigh between 300 and 400 pounds. Males get even bigger. They can weigh as much as 600 pounds. Tigers have no natural predators. There's estimated to be only about 300 of these amber tigers still remaining out in the wild.
I like
Zoos are helping in the worldwide effort to protect and preserve ancient species. The endangered amber tiger exemplifies most clearly the whole purpose of a zoo. Each zoo and aquarium, from the largest to the smallest, provides a valuable space to a species that can no longer exist safely in their natural habitat. Now, as you're rounding the corner here, you're going to get a good look at the part of the exhibit called the Tiger Lair. You see the large viewing windows that look out into this exhibit. If you didn't see the tiger before, take a look down into the lair area and you see him walking right in front of the windows. This is one of 2 tiger exhibits here at the Minnesota Zoo. The second one is the Tiger Base Camp, and that exhibit is located right before the Takan exhibit.
Right there he is. Can you see him?
No.
He was right down in there. You gotta keep
As we
looking.
come around,
I see
you might be able
him.
to
See him in the camera a little bit.
Oh, he turned around.
Look in that hole. Look in that hole. And then. Did you see him? He's coming back around. In that hole in that building, right there. Can you see
See
him
him.
now? Down
Right now we're just about to cross over part of the main lake, which of course this time of year is still frozen over. During the majority of the year when the lake is open, it does attract a lot of wild birds, mainly the ducks and the geese. Take a look outside, eh? Look all the way in the back part of the lake. That building with the violet rails where you can find the Minnesota and the Tropics trails if you haven't had a chance to visit those areas yet.
Mommy, why is this thing break over?
We are now entering into the Central Plaza area, so take a look outside. B, as we round the corner here. Right in the center there, you see a sculpture area. Just to the left and kind of behind is where you can find the entrance to the Russia's Grizzly Coast exhibit.
Then Donny go bumpy when I'm going to be back. But this one not going back. It goes to go there.
And now as we're turning back to station, I ask that everyone please be seated until the train comes to a complete stop.
back.
Once the train has stopped, I'll be opening up the doors for you over on side A. Once again, remember to keep your fingers, your toes well away from the